Penguin Random House Audio presents The Love Song of Miss Queenie Hennessy by Rachel Joyce. Read for you by Celia Imrie. The first letter. St. Bernardine's Hospice, Berwick-upon-Tweed, Monday, 11th of April. Dear Harold, this may come to you as some surprise. I know it is a long time since we last met, but recently I've been thinking a lot about the past. Last year I had an operation on a tumour, but the cancer has spread and there is nothing left to be done. I am at peace and comfortable, but I would like to thank you for the friendship you showed me all those years ago. Please send my regards to your wife. I still think of David with fondness. With my best wishes, QH. The second letter. St. Bernardine's Hospice, Berwick-upon-Tweed, 13th of April. So here it is. Long ago, Harold, you said to me, "There are so many things we don't see." "What do you mean?" I asked. My heart gave a flip. "Things that are right in front of us," you said. "We were in your car. You were driving, as you always did, and I was in the passenger seat. Night was falling. I remember that. So we must have been on our way back to the brewery. In the distance, street lamps sprinkled the blue velvet skirts of Dartmoor, and the moon was a faint chalk smudge. It was on the tip of my tongue to tell the truth. I couldn't bear it any longer. "Pull over," I almost shouted. "Listen to me. Harold Fry." You pointed ahead with your driving glove. "You see? How many times have we come this way, and I've never noticed that?" I looked where you were indicating, and you laughed. Funny, Queenie. How we miss so much. While I was on the edge of a full confession, you were admiring a roof extension. I unclipped my bag. I took out a handkerchief. "Do you have a cold?" said you. "Do you want a mint?" said I. Once again, the moment had passed. Once again, I had not told you. We drove on. This is my second letter to you, Harold, and this time it will be different. No lies. I will confess everything, because you were right that day. There were so many things you didn't see. There are so many things you still don't know. My secrets have been inside me for 20 years, and I must let them go before it is too late. I will tell you everything, and the rest will be silence. Outside I see the battlements of Berwick-upon-Tweed. A blue thread of the North Sea crosses the horizon. The tree at my window is pointed with pale new buds that glow in the dusk. Let us go then, you and I. We don't have long. All you have to do is wait. Your letter arrived this morning. We were in the day room for morning activities. Everyone was asleep. Sister Lucy, who is the youngest nun volunteering in the hospice, asked if anyone would like to help her with her new jigsaw. Nobody answered. "Scrabble?" she said. Nobody stirred. "How about mousetrap?" said Sister Lucy. "That's a lovely game." I was in a chair by the window. Outside, the winter evergreens flapped and shivered. One lone seagull balanced in the sky. "Hangman?" said Sister Lucy. "Anyone?" A patient nodded, and Sister Lucy fetched paper. By the time she'd got sorted, pens and a glass of water and so on, he was dozing again. Life is different for me at the hospice. The colours, the smells, the way a day passes. But I close my eyes and I pretend that the heat of the radiator is the sun on my hands, and the smell of lunch is salt in the air. I hear the patient's cough, and it is only the wind in my garden by the sea. I can imagine all sorts of things, Harold, if I put my mind to it. Sister Catherine strode in with the morning delivery. "Post!" she sang, full volume. "Look what I have here!" "Oh, oh, oh!" went everyone, sitting up. Sister Catherine passed several brown envelopes, forwarded to a Scotsman known as Mr. Henderson. There was a card for the new young woman. She arrived yesterday. I don't know her name. There is a big man they call the Pearly King, and he had another parcel, though I have been here a week and I haven't yet seen him open one. The blind lady, Barbara, received a note from her neighbour. Sister Catherine read it out. "Spring is coming," it said. The loud woman, called Finty, opened a letter informing her that if she scratched off the foil window, she would discover that she had won an exciting prize. "And, Queenie, something for you." Sister Catherine crossed the room, holding out an envelope. "Don't look so frightened." I knew your writing. One glance, and my pulse was flapping. Great, I thought. I don't hear from the man in 20 years, and then he sends a letter and gives me a heart attack. I stared at the postmark, Kingsbridge. Straight away I could picture the muddy blue of the estuary, the little boats moored to the quay. I heard the slapping of water against the plastic buoys and the clack of rigging against the masts. I didn't dare open the envelope. I just kept looking and looking and remembering. Sister Lucy rushed to my aid. She tucked her childlike finger under the flap and wiggled it along the fold to tear the envelope open. "Shall I read it out for you, Queenie?" I tried to say no, but the no came out as a funny noise she mistook for a yes. She unfolded the page, and her face seeped with pink. Then she began to read. "It's from someone called Harold Fry." She went as slowly as she could, but there were a few words only. "I am very sorry. Best wishes. Oh, but there's a P.S. too," said Sister Lucy. "He says, 'Wait for me.'" She gave an optimistic shrug. "Well, that's nice. Wait for him. I suppose he's going to make a visit." Sister Lucy folded the letter carefully and tucked it back inside the envelope. Then she placed my post in my lap, as if that were the end of it. A warm tear slipped down the side of my nose. I hadn't heard your name spoken for 20 years. I had held the words only inside my head. "Oh," said Sister Lucy, "don't be upset, Queenie. It's all right." She pulled a tissue from the family-size box on the coffee table and carefully wiped the corner of my closed-up eye, my stretched mouth, even the thing that is on the side of my face. She held my hand, and all I could think of was my hand in yours, long ago, in a stationery cupboard. "Maybe Harold Fry will come tomorrow," said Sister Lucy. At the coffee table, Finty still scratched away at the foil window on her letter. "Come on, you little bugger," she grunted. "Did you say Harold Fry?" Sister Catherine jumped to her feet and clapped her hands as if she was trapping an insect. It was the loudest thing that had happened all morning, and everyone murmured, "Oh, oh, oh," again. "How could I have forgotten? He rang yesterday. Yes, he rang from a phone box." She spoke in small, broken sentences, the way you do when you're trying to make sense of something that essentially doesn't. "The line was bad, and he kept laughing. I couldn't understand a word. Now I think about it, he was saying the same thing about waiting. He said to tell you that he was walking." She slipped a yellow post-it note from her pocket and quickly unfolded it. "Walking?" said Sister Lucy, suggesting this was not something she'd tried before. "I assumed he wanted directions from the bus station. I told him to turn left and keep going." A few of the volunteers laughed, and I nodded as if they were right. They were right to laugh, because it was too much, you see, to show the consternation inside me. My body felt both weak and hot. Sister Catherine studied her yellow note. "He said to tell you that as long as he walks, you must wait. He also said he's setting off from Kingsbridge." She turned to the other nuns and volunteers. "Kingsbridge? Does anyone know where that is?" Sister Lucy said maybe she did.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?